Welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be on how I apply false lashes. This is going to be a little bit of a makeup 101 makeup lessons type of series where I just show you the basics of things. So I am showing you guys today how to apply lashes, how I apply lashes. I know that lashes can be super intimidating, and I only started really wearing them very often within the past year, and now I have to wear them like every day. Every time I put on makeup, I really want to put on lashes. It's really hard not to. This is how my eye makeup looks without lashes, and then you'll see how it looks with, and it just makes such a big difference. You'll see that my lashes are just a little sad, and it just makes such a difference. I love it. I'm so thankful that lashes exist. There's some steps to make it a little less intimidating and get them to stay on all day. So we will just go ahead and jump into it, but go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you are excited to learn a little bit more about applying falsies. So first I'll talk about glue. Of course, you need glue for your fake lashes. And my favorite lash glue is the Duo Lash Glue, and it's the green brush-on one. There's also a black formula, and I think they have it on brush-on as well. And so it kind of blends in easier with the lashes and everything, but I like to use the white one. It will dry a little bit of a clear color. I like this because it just makes it so easy to apply lashes. I will show, on camera how I add the glue, but it's just a brush on brush, and it just makes things way easier than squeezing it out of a tube onto a palette, then dipping the lash onto there, or like trying to get it onto the lash. Lashes can get crazy when you get glue on your fingers, and then they're sticking to your fingers, they're not sticking to your eye, all that stuff. I find that this is the easiest thus far that I have found, and this does last all day for me. Apparently there's vitamins in here, but it doesn't really do anything. But I will say that it is a nice consistency of glue to wear. Knock on wood, I haven't had any crazy problems with getting my lashes off. If I ever do have a little bit of trouble, I just use a dab of coconut oil, and I just kind of rub it around where the glue is sticking. But anyways, that's what I like to use for glue. I've used Japanese glue, I've used Salon Perfect, I've used Ardell. Her House of Lashes are good, but I like Duo. It's about $7 for this, and it lasts me like 6 months or so, and I use lashes like daily, so pretty good. And then I'm actually going to be using House of Lashes today, and I'm going to be using the style Iconics. Unfortunately, I don't have a brand new lash to show, but these are a good go-to lash. They're only $12 at Ulta or online. I think they're available on the House of Lashes website and elsewhere, but you'll see they kind of flare out at the end, and they're a little bit more on the natural side, but they're, they still are there. Ardell has some amazing lashes. My favorite Ardell lashes are the Studio Effects wispies, and they basically do the wispies and then they add an extra layer on the outer corner of the lash, so it's like a really nice flared out lash. Salon Perfect has some good ones. I will list a bunch of lashes that I love down below, from drugstore to more high-end like Lily lashes. I feel like these Iconic lights, these are the Iconic lights, are similar to the Houston lashes by Lily Lashes, but these are like toned down. I love Azeredo lashes, which I actually have a coupon code with them, but nonetheless, we are going to go in with the House of Lashes. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have a fresh pair to put on, but what I typically do is take the lash off, and before gluing or anything like that, I'll go ahead and measure the lash onto my eye. We all have different eye shapes and sizes, so sometimes certain bands don't work well on my eye. Sometimes it's just way too long and it does that little droopy effect of a lash, like that. What you can do is line it up, and you want to, make sure that the front of the lash is nice and fluid so it blends, because, you don't want to just have long lashes starting out of nowhere. But you just kind of line it up, get the measurement right, and then whatever is sticking out on the edge of your eye, you'll just cut that off with some manicure scissors or regular scissors, really whatever works. So typically I do have to cut off a little chunk package that the lashes came in, and you will see in the corner right there, those are like the edges that I cut off the ends. That will definitely make things easier. And the first wear is probably the more difficult to apply wear. If the band is a little stiff, it might not fit on your eye as well as you want it to. Personally for me, sometimes my inner corner is a problem. It's hard to get like the outer corner to sit right and then have the inner corner sit right without like poking me a little bit. So sometimes it's a struggle. So something that I really like to rely on when I put on my falsies is an eyeliner, you know. I find that having a little bit of that definition on the eye just makes it a little bit easier to like have a guidance of where to place the liner. It also kind of camouflages any imperfections that might be on the lash line, any gaps, anything like that. So especially if you're a beginner, I would recommend adding a line to your eye. You don't have to do a wing, you could just do a straight line. You can literally, depending on how thick your lash band is, just kind of line the outer part of the eye. Sometimes I just do that and it'll give me what I need to set my lash down, and it just keeps me from setting it way too much onto my lashes and then cause like way too much glue to be on my lashes, because that can happen. Like I said, you can use coconut oil. Don't over pull. Like if you feel that tension where it's like the glue is sticking, don't rip your lashes out. Use coconut oil, or any oil really I think would work, but coconut oil is gentle and you just want to use a little bit because you don't want to ruin the lash and get oil all over it. If you take care of your lashes, you can rewear them many times, especially depending on the quality. These are great quality. Drugstore ones might be a little bit more of a 3-time use, but these ones can be worn an extreme amount of times depending on your preferences and how picky you are. Some people might not care if it gets a little dusty and crusty, you know? Some people might want it not to be like that. There's also ways to clean your lashes, but it's a whole other story. Let me clean up my slobber. So we'll go ahead and just start with the gluing. So typically I'll do my eye makeup and my mascara, and my mascara will have a little bit of time to dry just before I start putting stuff near the mascara. I don't want to make a mess. So we've got the lash, we've got the glue, and I like to have a nice amount onto the lash band. I think I put a little bit more than most people put on the lash band, but I want it to stay on all day. I don't want my corners to live. So I will, like you see right here, I have the glue on, but I will go ahead and put like a second little layer. It doesn't have to be absolutely thick, but I just really want it to have like significant glue on there. Like I don't want it to have any like black poking out. That means there's no glue there. Something else that I do is I will make sure I have a significant amount on each corner. And this might be a little weird, it might not be for everyone, but I like to do that to secure the corner. Another big key is just to let that glue dry enough before you place it onto your eye. So you will see, got a lot of glue on there. And then I just let it sit on my vanity and I will let that dry. Typically I give it up to about 2 minutes. The wetter it is, the harder it is to work with. Obviously you don't want it to be completely dried down, because then you're gonna basically have no wiggle room at all, or it might get, so if you wait too long it'll be like dry and you won't really get it to stick that well. But if it's too wet, it's gonna slip around all over your eye. You're gonna get glue in your eyeshadow, you're gonna get really frustrated, it's not gonna stick on the inner, and then you're gonna try to fix it and it's just gonna be hard. So I would recommend figuring out that perfect time with your glue. And it's only the matters on the glue, it doesn't matter what type of lash it is, just whatever is a good timing on that glue, that whatever glue you use. It's key. I purchased like a MAC lash applicator. I've gotten this little Kiss one. It's supposed to be helpful for setting your lashes down. Personally, it doesn't help me. I need my fingers. I think that tweezers can be helpful, but they're a little scary and pokey and stuff, so those are nice if you do want a little bit of help, but for me I like to use my fingers. Like I said, if I wait the right amount of time, I don't really need too much help. You just kind of press it, get it down there, secure the lash. I'll show you how I place them on, but There's definitely tools to help you. They just don't necessarily help me. Like, I feel like it gives me less precision because the angle of like how it's held in the little thing just gets to be a lot. We'll just let that dry and then I'll show you how exactly I apply. I don't know if anyone else has seen this Facebook post, but I saw it yesterday and it was like this thread of pictures of what babies would look like with teeth, and it's actually very horrifying. Oh my gosh, I will go ahead and add a bunch of pictures right here if I can find any that are like copyright usable or whatever, like not copyright. I'm glad babies don't have teeth. Still waiting on the lashes. Still waiting. I'm trying to think. I did film this eye look right before filming this, so I will say that I used the Lash Princess mascara from the brand Essence. I curled my lashes before doing that as well with this like Forever 21 little eyelash curler. That's all I've done for prep. I like to kind of do this just to kind of reinforce a little bit of a roundness to it. My eye is kind of a round shape, so it works for me. It's starting to turn blue, like either the white has either disappeared or it's turned this iridescent blue type of shade, and that's basically when it's a good time to add it. And what I do is just use my fingers. I hold the lash in the middle. I strategically place the lash, and then I kind of just move it around. Focus on securing the outer part of the lash onto where the eye ends, and then getting that inner part of the lash where it belongs. And it honestly just takes a lot of like maneuvering things around and a little bit of practice to like make it easy and more perfect. But you want that whole lash to be sitting on the base of the lash line. You don't want it sitting right on top of the lashes and, you know, just like sitting in the middle of your lashes or something like that. But yeah, like I said, I really focus on the inner part getting secured and the outer part getting secured, especially in a decent area. Sometimes if it's a little too early, then you got short lashes on the end, you know, so you want to just make sure it's kind of sitting at the end of the lash. You might see a little bit of this blue tint. As the lash dries, or as the glue dries, it'll get more transparent. Another thing I do is just kind of squeeze the lashes together just a little bit. Don't go too crazy in my eyeshadow or anything, but that's that. I mean, it's really that simple, but also that complicated at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the other lash real quick. Okay, so we got the lashes on. Sometimes I do like to kind of do this, and it'll just kind of do a little bit of a lift on the outer part of the eyelash, kind of go with the wing. Once in a while, the inner part of the lash will not sit as fluidly as I'd like right here. It's pretty good on this eye, if you can tell. But then on this eye, you can see it kind of has this bluntness where it goes from nothing to a lash. It doesn't bug me too much, and I don't really want to get into it today. But sometimes I'll take my liner brush, a little bit of dark eyeshadow, and define that part, or I'll take like a liquid and just get black right up in there, and it'll make things blend better. Since today's like a long day of filming, I'm just not gonna go into that right now just because it can get a little messy and stuff. But if you are, you know, a perfectionist, you might want to adjust that. You could also go over your liner if you need to, if for whatever reason the glue took your blackness down a little bit or anything like that, took the color out a little bit. But that's really it on lashes. I hope that this helps somebody out there. I know that lashes are really intimidating and scary, and for me, I would try and it would just not work out for me. But hopefully these little tips help you one way or another. Remember, timing is key. That's really key, like so key to getting that lash to sit correctly and without giving you too many problems. And then to me, I find that cutting them, measuring them, making sure that they fit your eye is very important, as well as putting glue on each end of the lash. I just feel like it prevents the lifting from happening. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And next on this series is going to be on the face, the base, foundation, concealer, and powders. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button to see that. I'll catch you in my next video, and I'm sending you all the love and all good vibes. Have a good day. Peace out.